Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace an engine serpentine belt tensioner on this 2006 Chevy Impala as a 3.5 liter V6. Pretty much the same for any 2006 to 12 Impala with a 3.5 liter V6. You'll need a new serpentine belt tensioner from 1A Auto, 10, 13, and 15 millimeter sockets with a ratchet, and a 3/8 drive breaker bar. And you could also use a 3/8 drive ratchet with a pipe for some extra leverage. To start, there are two 10 millimeter nuts that hold the coolant overflow tank, and we'll remove those. And with those removed, just pull the coolant tank up and out and just put it to the back out of the way. If you want to remove the belt fully, you'll need to remove this bracket here, which is a 13 millimeter, and we'll just fast forward as we take that out. And you just have to unbolt that bracket and let it hang free. Tensioner is located right here, and it actually has a square hole in the middle of it. And right here we're demonstrating on the new tensioner, you put a 3/8 drive bar or ratchet in to move the tensioner. And now you can see Don's putting that 3/8 inch breaker bar right down in and getting it into the hole in the tensioner. And then he'll push clockwise on the tensioner and then reach back and flip the belt off the alternator. Slowly remove the tension from the tensioner, remove your wrench, and then the belt is just a little bit, it's just wrapped around all the pulleys, so you have to just kind of give it some slack and pull it up and off of the pulleys. And here we are removing the belt fully, but if you're just replacing your tensioner, you do not have to remove the belt all the way. There's a 15 millimeter bolt that holds the tensioner on, and we'll loosen it up with a breaker bar first, and then I'll fast forward as we just remove that bolt and then take the tensioner out. Okay, new tensioner from 1A Auto on the left. The original tensioner is on the right. You can see the new tensioner from 1A Auto, exactly the same. It's going to bolt in just like the original did. Obviously the bolt goes through the tensioner, and then there's a lineup pin that goes into a hole. Can't really, unfortunately, show it to you because you can't get the camera in there, but you want to obviously make sure that the bolt goes into the proper hole, and then that pin goes into the indentation on the block. And once you get it lined up, then we recommend hand threading the bolt in as far as you can, and then when you tighten it up, you want to tighten it up to about 40 to 45 foot-pounds. Okay, so here's the new tensioner installed. Now this is very important. This is a diagram for your belt, and what you'll want to do is you'll want to feed it down around the crank and the AC pulleys first, and then you're going to try and pull it in towards the middle on the left side, and then up and around. And there's really no great way to video this, so we're just going to watch Don as he puts it down in. So he'll feed the belt way down and through that clip that you unbolted, he'll feed it way down, and he'll get it, like I said, on the lower pulleys first. You can see he gets it on that side pulley with his right hand, and then he feeds it way down in to the crank pulley down below. And now, once he's got it down in, he's now pulling it in towards the middle. So he's got a loop down around the lower pulleys, and he's pulling a loop into the middle to get it on the water pump. Okay, and now he's got it up and around. So at this point, we'll go back to the diagram. He's got the belt on the lower two pulleys and that middle one, and also on the right side. And now he's going to feed it up. And I'm going to fast forward here as Don keeps working with that belt. Basically what he's doing is he's getting it properly aligned onto all the pulleys except for the alternator, which is the top left. As you're looking at the engine from the passenger side, it's the top left accessory. So he gets the belt onto all the pulleys except for the alternator. And now he's just taking a lot of care, make sure all the belt's on properly, and pulls that tensioner counterclockwise. He's got the wrench in there, pulls it clockwise, and gets the belt up onto the alternator. And then he'll do a check of all the pulleys, make sure that the belt's on correctly. And now you can put that 13mm bolt back into the bracket. Now reinstall your radiator bottle. There's a groove and a pin down at the bottom. Just make sure that goes on, and the two top tabs go over the studs, and tighten up those 10mm nuts. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneaauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.